Yo, I'm going to try to keep this quick because I try not to go for the, hey guys, sorry I haven't posted in a while type of thing, because I know that ultimately most people don't care. But for the 5 of you who do, let me quickly talk about why I sort of disappeared off of YouTube, the fact that I'm back, and where I'm hoping to go from here. So for those of you who don't know, I work full-time in civil engineering and have been in the process of getting my professional engineer license, my PE. I have had my EIT, engineer in training, for quite a while, and I had to take the 8-hour exam, which is like the sum total of everything you learn in school, basically, in engineering classes, vomited out onto a test over a grueling 8 hours, which, pat myself on the back, I passed on my first try. And then once you do that, you have to apply to take 2 state-specific exams for California, seismic and surveying. Once your application is approved, your life gets taken over. It is no longer yours because you basically have to take the 2 tests in the next 2 quarters. That's how that works. And so once I got my application approved, bye-bye free time, bye-bye time to do anything fun for the most part. You are now no-lifing this. And so that's what I had to do. That's why I disappeared for the most part. That just had to take over my life. And I waited to make this video because I can now happily say I have passed both tests on my first try. So I'm basically back now. To add to the ridiculousness, in the middle of that, you may have noticed this looks different because I moved house in the middle of having to study for my second test. And so like music and YouTube stuff just had to take a huge step back. Plus, during my time on YouTube, I've often had a very much just like make something quickly and get it out there type of mentality, which I still like and actually kind of want to get back to, because sometimes I hate sitting on ideas and I'm like, oh, I'm interested in this thing right now. And so I want to follow the fact that I'm interested in this, because otherwise, what's the point of making videos if I'm not interested in the topic? And I need to strike while the iron's hot and while I'm still excited about this thing. On the other hand, I wanted to edit myself a bit more because I was putting out stuff that I wasn't always that proud of. And if I want the draw of my content to not just be the gear, but to be the music, I need to put more effort into making the music good. So that's also part of the reason I slowed down the content. And then just in little spare moments, I was working on stuff. I've also been going to a lot more live music lately. So I've been actually trying to take opportunities to make stuff for eventual live opportunities that I would like to pursue a lot more now that I finally have more time, now that these godforsaken exams are out of the way. So that's why I've basically been building this big Novation circuit set, and I was just kind of working on that in little bits and pieces, building this thing up piece by piece, and I'm really happy with where that's at. I'm still not done, probably, but MPC is going to come back. Akai Force probably will come back. I need to explore some of the other gear in my closet that I rarely use. I need to sell some stuff. All of this stuff is stuff that I want to go back to doing YouTube videos full force. I also want to try to get back into doing some software stuff. I kind of pigeonholed myself into hardware and would like to do more software-based stuff because, once again, I want to follow my interests. And there's software out there that makes me go, ooh, that's cool. I want to try that. I don't necessarily need it to make the music I want to make, but it's fun, and that's the point, because I don't do this full-time and don't have ambitions to. But I do want to do it much harder than I was able to when I was studying for exams. So this channel, on Beat Goblin, the thing about Beat Goblin is that it was originally intended to be one thing and has now kind of become just a YouTuber second channel, where stuff goes to be like the dumping ground for whatever else, like little announcement videos like this. And the original intent of Beat Goblin was to be music production entertainment. If Gabe Miller Music is music production, like leaning educational, this is like, you will learn nothing. This is mostly me entertaining myself and like almost akin to live streaming content, like something like Eliminate or Bishu would put out. I love that kind of stuff and wanted to make something like that. So that's what this is intended to be. So I have a lot of ridiculous ideas that I want to execute on. So moving forward, this channel will also kind of resurrect from the dead a little bit, and I'm hoping to get it back a little more to the original intent, which was just making something ridiculous and something that I would find entertaining, and remixing ridiculous sources, making music in silly ways, that kind of thing. So that's where I'm at. I definitely want to stomp the gas right now. It will be an ebb and flow because that's life. And so there will be times when I'm super on top of just pumping out videos and music. There'll be other times where I probably disappear again. And like, we're all just going to have to live with that. That's what I've set myself up for. The other thing, if you have something you'd like me to cover, especially something you're already like vaguely aware that I have, let me know. I'm interested in doing kind of deep dives on certain topics. So maybe there's something like a how-to thing I've covered in like bits and pieces in various videos. Maybe I want to consolidate that into one tutorial on how to do something specific on a specific device. The other expectation I want to set is that I am just not really buying much gear these days. I don't have ambitions of owning a lot of things. That's just kind of stressful, and it's like background clutter. And I can only try so many devices and still make music I'm happy with. And so I can't guarantee that I'll review anything people are asking for in a while. I am really honored that people give a shit about my opinion. Like, that's really cool. And I don't take that for granted. That people want to hear my opinion on stuff is pretty freaking cool. But I also just don't want to buy a lot of stuff. And I want to be choosy about what I choose to cover because it's probably something that I find interesting or something that I think could be like a forever addition or at least a long-term addition to my setup. So keep that in mind. That's basically something that's already been in effect for the past year and a half or so. I basically went, I'm just going to stop reviewing gear and see if anyone notices. And so far people haven't. So it's not going to stop entirely. And maybe once I get back into a consistent rhythm, I'll incorporate more new gear again, but I have to just establish some momentum first and probably sell some stuff. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe if you've not done that already for just some nonsense that's about to come your way. And I will be back with a new video on both channels in a little bit.